Hello, everyone. I hope you had a great Easter and I hope all is going well for you. I certainly miss seeing all of you. So, last week you submitted your five components of reading discussion board. So, we spent a lot of time talking about what phonemic awareness is, phonics, fluency, comprehension, and vocabulary. So, everyone did a nice job. Explaining those terms in your own words and giving some sample activities. So this week we are continuing talking about the Big Five. It's really important when we spend 2 weeks on it. It really should be the foundation of all of our language arts instruction that we do, as well as spending lots of time just reading to children. So this week you are presenting your five components of reading group presentation. So if you click on module 13 and scroll down, I have a discussion board here. So I had asked you to please begin working with your partner on your presentations. Hopefully you are working or going to be creating this week some type of visual. So your visual could be a PowerPoint, a Weebly, a Google website, any type of infographic that really you could think of. There's other websites you can use, Canva, and there's several different ones that you're probably familiar with that maybe you have used before. So on your visual, please explain the component that you had, and then provide to us 5 sample activities that go along with your component. Okay, so please post your visual on our 5 components of reading discussion board and reply to each group by midnight on Sunday, April 19th. So by the end of the week, you will have seen 25 different activities that goes along with the Big Five. So I can't wait to see your activities that you do. So one person in your group, please post your group's presentation, and then each student please reply to the other 3 groups. You don't have to reply to your own group, but please reply to the other 3 groups. Okay, so there's a total of 4 because I combined phonemic awareness and phonics together because we didn't quite have enough people to do all 5 groups. Okay, so this is your only graded assignment that's due this week, the discussion board, but next week you're going to be turning in your completed thematic unit to me. If you have any questions, because I know it's certainly much different now than what it was in the beginning of the semester, just let me know. So in last week's video, I shared with you a couple of options as to how you could make your digital thematic unit. You could make it a Google website. You could make it a Google folder. You could make folders on your computer, zip it together, and then send it to me that way. Hopefully the file wouldn't be too large. You could make it in a PowerPoint. You could, if you want to do the hard copy of it and you want to have the good old-fashioned hard copy binder, then you can make a video of yourself going over every single page. Just make sure you're holding it in such a way that I can actually see each document in order to grade it. It's going to be a large video, so you'll have to post it to YouTube. Make it unlisted so only I can see it, and then send me the link to it so I can grade it that way. So basically, however you want to submit or turn your thematic unit into a digital version of it, I'm fine with that. Just let me know. Or if you want to Zoom with me, you have the hard copy of it and you want to Zoom and go over it live with me, or screen sharing or whatever, I'm fine with that. I just need to be able to see it all. So what you should have in your thematic unit, you should have all 5 of your lesson plans. You should have the rubrics for the lessons that you taught before all this happened, before we started sheltering in place. For the lessons you taught, you should have gone back and filled out the self-evaluation part of it. And then you should have your 5 integrated activities for each thing. Also, you should have your weekly lesson plan. So I want to go over your weekly lesson plan with you real quick because that is something that needs to go into your thematic unit. So come over here to assignments, go down to thematic unit. You'll see the weekly lesson plan right here. It's the last document. So I've already, you can download that as a Word document. I've already downloaded it, so you don't have to wait in this video while I do that. Oh, Why won't it let me pull it up? Ah, so this is what the weekly lesson plan looks like. It's a Word document. So here, just write your name for the week of, just make up something. Grade level or age is preschool. Theme is whatever the theme for your thematic unit was. So then you fill this out based on what you included in your thematic unit. So for circle time, you can just put the names of things or activities that you traditionally saw the teachers doing during circle time. So it could be something like weather, calendar, days of the week, a finger play, a holiday poem, a holiday story, um, birthdays, counting, singing the alphabet song. So just put one activity for each day. You can keep it basic. So for social studies, put the name of your 5 social studies integrated activities, for one for each day. Science, the same. You should have 5 science integrated activities, put one for each day. Then math. Then language arts, I have a section for writing and a section for reading. So if your activity is writing based, then put it under writing. If it's reading based, put it under reading. You don't have to have both rows filled out for every single day. Just have one, at least one for each day. And then story time was your read aloud. So put the names of your 5 different read alouds there. Okay. So if you want to go back to the rubric that I've posted for the thematic unit, just to make sure you have everything, obviously um, for language arts and read aloud, you won't have the rubrics from where you have scored, from where you taught them or your self-evaluation. I understand that. And I know some of you got to teach your math and some of you did not. So if you didn't get to teach your math lesson plan, that's fine. I totally understand. And I think there was even 1 or 2 people who didn't get to teach their science. So I totally get that. So again, going over your thematic unit scoring rubric, you need to have a cover page. I know that might be kind of different since we're doing virtual ones. Table of contents, don't worry about that. I know things are kind of different. If it works for you to do a table of contents, fine. But if you're doing it in like a PowerPoint or something or a folder, you're not really going to have a table of contents. So don't worry about that. Plan of organization you need. So remember that was the web where I asked you to start brainstorming ideas. And I had told you that that could be the only handwritten thing because I wanted that to be like a working document. So now that everything's digital, if you just want to take a photo of that and upload the photo into your Google, your digital thematic unit, that's fine. Of course, things being spelled appropriately, etc. So you should have all 5 of your lesson plans. Due to the nature of how our semester is not quite going as we had planned, you don't necessarily need to put in your rough drafts and final plans and all that because you don't have them anymore. Lesson plan self-reflection, I'd like to see those for the lesson plans that you've taught, but I know you haven't taught all of them. Same thing with the lesson plan implementation rubric, but you should have 5 integrated activities for each of the areas, and you should also have your weekly lesson plan. Okay, so next week, your assignment will be to post your digital version of your thematic unit onto discussion board. So we will share those with each other and I will grade those. Okay, so let me know if you have any questions this week. But again, the only thing that is due this week is your Module 13 discussion board, which is your 5 components of reading group presentation, right? So I hope you have a great week. Please let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you later.